Hello and welcome back to an extremely wild hair day at Today Years Old. I'm a consultant recovering from burnout, and on this channel I share my burnout busting tips and productivity hacks to beat the burnout once and for all. This video is about the first 5 steps to burnout recovery. That is a mouthful. As I've said in my burnout symptoms video, link below, I'm not a doctor, and this is not intended to be or replace medical advice. And if you haven't seen that video, why not? Check it out now. Go! When you're feeling stressed or burnt out, it can be hard to know where to start. Fortunately, this video is here to help. We're going to do a deep dive into my first 5 steps to burnout recovery. I've got to stop saying this. And I'm going to tell you straight away what they are. First, accept it. Second, tell someone. Third, take the pressure off. Fourth, reevaluate. And finally, there's no quick fix. If you're struggling to remember these, fortunately, there's a handy acronym. RANT. So let's crack on with the first. Accept. Remember Accenture MD Jen Romano's "you can't outwork burnout" advice? Well, yeah, I struggled with this one. If you haven't already read the full interview, click in the description below and follow the link. In the weeks leading up to the full burnout, I just kept telling myself that I was lazy, incompetent, weak. I just needed to do more. But it turns out that Jen was right. You can't outwork burnout. And this meant that I had worked myself into a state of physical and mental exhaustion that was completely preventable if I had only accepted burnout for what it was much earlier. If you're in denial, you'll never recover. There is no shame in admitting that you're burnt out. Now tell someone. Your partner, friend, colleague, dog, cat, whoever you feel you can trust. But most importantly, tell your boss. When I first accepted burnout for what it was, I had no idea what the journey to recovery might look like and how long it might take. But by being honest and transparent with my manager, he helped me to find the right support in the company, and also, to be honest, it came as less of a shock when I needed 3 weeks off. It might feel awkward and difficult initially, but trust me, it'll make the recovery process so much smoother. In fact, in the future, I will make a video specifically about how to approach this type of discussion. But for now, be brave, be you, and tell them. Maybe the most important one, take the pressure off. At its core, I think burnout is caused by the dissonance between where you are and where you think you should be, and the diminishing returns in your efforts to get there. The motivation and energy you used to have are gone. You can't see how to get it back, but you're behind on your goals, so you have to try harder. It just spirals. Stop. Take pressure off yourself. Forget all expectations. Make time to be guided by doing the things that make you happy. Lose the guilt about the rest. It took me 3 weeks to realise that. We often overthink and rationalise ourselves out of doing the things that we want to do in favour of the things we ought to do. But it's okay to unleash your inner child or watch that extra episode instead of going to bed on time if, when you're doing it, it actually makes you happy. Lose the guilt, take the pressure off yourself. Taking the pressure off alone can really clear your head, and once your head is clear, you can start to reevaluate. The idea of burnout recovery isn't to get back to who you were, because if you do that, you're only going to repeat the steps that got you here in the first place. Instead, take a step back and think about what you really want and how you really want to get there. It's okay to want something different to what you thought you wanted, or to do it in a different way. For me, I realised I do still want to climb the career grease pole. I just want to do it in a way that's more intentional. In fact, having something like this really helps to keep that in perspective. And finally, there's no quick fix. Anyone who knows me knows I am very impatient. I spent a long time looking for an overnight cure to burnout. I tried coffee, exercise, more work. But you know what? Without reevaluating, none of these things alone will help. It can feel frustrating when you just want it to be over, but it doesn't have to be. I started reading, talking to people, broadening my horizons. You know what? I'm actually glad there's no quick fix. I'd have missed out on a lot of interesting people and interesting ideas if there was. So there you have it. Accept, tell someone, take the pressure off, reevaluate, no quick fix. Or as I like to say, have a rant. It'll change your life. Join me in the next video where I'll be launching my first Burnout book club on Mark Manson's The Subtle Art of Not Giving a... Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this, please like, comment and subscribe.